Up next, guys, we have a very, very special guest. He is a DJ, a music producer, video gamer, author of the book DJs Mean Business, and host of the Amani Experience podcast. We have Amani Roberts, aka DJ Amro, aka the Amani Experience. How's it going?
Good? What's good? It's going well. How y'all doing?
Dude,
Doing
it
good.
is
Doing
great
well.
to finally talk to you in person. All the shows I've caught and everything, man, you are great. Keep up the great work here on Twitch, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Likewise, good to meet you too in person. Over the Twitch streets.
Over the Twitch streets. It's crazy. These streets, everybody knows everybody's name, it's great. It really is, It's like Cheers. Everybody knows everybody.
That's true. Yeah, especially when Norm walks into Cheers.
Gotta love Norm. I love Norm. That's awesome. So, thank you for coming on the podcast. Want to ask you a couple questions, just based about how you got in the business of DJing, and then also your Twitch streams and stuff, and how they differ from your DJ. You do both and have interesting segments and different shows. Let's start how you started off as a DJ. Tell us about that.
Nerd Chris, welcome.
Yes, Nerd Chris is here. Started off as a DJ. I had wanted to be a DJ for a while. I saw Bismarcky in DC during Howard University homecoming, and it was amazing. But I waited. I probably didn't have the courage to start, but I waited until I moved out to LA. And then I just started to DJ at this one bar in Santa Monica called West 4th Jane. And I was there DJing. And then I used to DJ also at Chelsea Underground in Hermosa Beach. And then from there, I went to actually Scratch Academy and then tried to pretty much learn the proper way of DJing. And that's kind of where my career started. And then it's been kind of off and running since then. And now I'm up to about 14, almost 15 years.
That's amazing.
Wow. Awesome.
Thank you for the bits, Jim Griffin. Thank you so much.
Jim, we appreciate all the love and support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So after you did DJ, did you figure out how to music produce, or was that just one of your passions, just while you're DJing and stuff?
So I did the music production school at Scratch Academy about a year after I finished there. And then I thought I was on my way, but I really didn't know music theory. I didn't know what a C minor scale was. I grew up playing instruments, but I didn't know what, the 1-4-5-1 it was. So I had to take music theory classes. And then my music theory teacher ended up being one of my old DJ instructors, who then became my remix partner. And that's when I got into production. And then, every week I work on something with him.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
That's crazy smart. I mean, wow.
I was going to ask you also, have you met anyone really famous, growing up? Not growing up, but I guess while you're a DJ, who's the most famous person you've met in the game at the moment?
Let's see here. Samuel L. Jackson always comes to mind because he was at one of my first gigs.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
That's
that was
awesome.
cool. And he even said he liked the music I was playing, so that was good.
How's he in person? Is he really? Is he how he is on TV?
No, he's pretty chill. It was a party for his agent, and so he was just there supporting his agent. So he was just there, kind of in the background, just chilling. He wasn't too crazy. I'm trying to think who else famous. So I DJ'd Zach Ertz and Julia Johnson's wedding.
Ooh.
And that was in Santa Barbara. And so there was a lot of the women's national team was there. A lot of Eagles were there. So football players there. So there was a lot of people there. I'm trying to remember the baseball. It was the Toronto Blue Jays player wedding that I DJ his wedding and a couple others. I had this lineman, this defensive tackle from the Jets. So I've DJ'd and done a lot of kind of those celeb weddings. And then a lot of times there'll be people if you're fans of the show Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
The TV show. Tim Riggins, and his brother on the show were in my bar one night when I was DJing, which was pretty cool. Those are some fun ones that come to mind.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I put in the Twitch chat right there. Follow this man, twitch.tv/Amani Experience. Check out his show. When do you usually go live?
My schedule is Sundays, 11 p.m. Eastern for like slow jam. We call it Come Here Bay. And then
11:11. Such a random time. What
just
the-
try to be a little different. Try to be a little different. And then Mondays I have Twitch University, which is one of my more popular shows, and that one's 8
Yep.
p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday is game night. So we do different games, whether it be the dating game, the newlywed game. We've introduced recently the match game. We've also introduced Twitch Squares, which is fun. And we're going to introduce a new game the first Wednesday of August, like Who's That Voice, which is a take on the Masked Singer.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
kind of it's kind of like what we were talking about before you jumped on. I don't know if you're watching us, but my idea is I don't know if you use StreamYard or what you use to stream, but say if you were to do audio only, like if I kill my video here, you can still hear me, right?
Yes.
So it'll
yes.
be a dating game where you can't see the two partners can't see each other until the very end, and you can pop them all on.
Yeah, so for our dating game, we have usually three contestants, either female or male, and they are hidden. So they're on the screen. It'll be like 1, 2, and 3, but their cameras are muted. And then at the end, there's a reveal.
Okay, so you do something similar like that.
Right.
Okay, I have
Right.
not watched the dating show. I think I might have caught it early on during like the first part of quarantine. I know you
Mhm.
had you've had so many people on your show.
I know.
It's usually like I'll see their Instagram story. I'll be like, okay, cool, pop on, watch. And usually I'll be
Yeah.
like lurking, watching or something.
We had Neil Jackson on in 360. That was probably our biggest episode, and that was pretty popular. Alyssa Devine, she was just here. I'm not sure if she's there. She was
Yeah.
a bachelorette once. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
And we're doing another one on Thursday with DJ Luciano Sola. So he's coming on. So it's
Ooh,
fun.
that'll be
We have to
fun.
space
That
them
would be
out.
fun for
Yeah.
sure.
Super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So
He puts on a great show too.
Great dude there. So yeah.
Yeah, what was your inspiration to start these type of dating shows? Was it just because you like those game types of shows, or like was it more for like the networking and like what was your like I guess inspiration for doing that?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, I'm a dude, so I love
Yeah.
dude things, but I'm also a fan of love. I will have no qualms in admitting it. And so I thought it was pretty cool and just something different to kind of help my channel stand out because, like, I could DJ 5-6 days a week. I did that for my first 6 months on Twitch, and that was cool. But I wanted to try to create some content that can actually live outside of Twitch, and that maybe you can put it up on YouTube or work with a network or just get sponsored, just something different. And it's fun. I can then say I'm producing a game show, executive, producing a game show, hosting. So really just trying to expand the skill set.
It's really hard work, running shows like this. Like people don't know the actual hard work involved behind the scenes. And I don't know like the game show aspect of it, but I know like booking guests, Richie does all that, but you personally solely do all that. I mean, at least us, we're split between two people.
Right.
Hats off to you. I mean, that's
Yeah, it's hard.
that's a lot
Well,
of work.
I do have some help. Like I have my mods who help me, and like specifically like Misty Christie, she'll help me with like guests for Twitch. You see Nerd Chris in the chat. She helps me with finding some guests and ideas and layouts. I have Fran Boogie who will help me with flyers. So I have different people that will help me with different things. So I'm not doing it all myself, but really like booking the guests. That's a tough one, as you know, and you have to kind of plan far out and hope they don't cancel. And then, with game shows, you really hope they don't cancel last minute.
Yeah.
Because then you're
Otherwise,
like
you're
scrambling.
kind of SOL of, who am I going to get to fill their shoes in a pinch?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Twitch University. Is that more like education type of show, like teaching people how to like stream, or how does that work?
So Twitch U, really the inspiration is that when we all started our shows, all of us here, we wanted to try to get people from Facebook and Instagram over to Twitch. Twitch is a very intimidating platform.
It's a different animal.
Yeah,
it really is. I've caught your Marco interview, Marco Penta, when he was on there. He actually, he's smarter than you think. I mean, wow.
Yeah, so with him, like, well, with Twitch U, so that was the goal. We want to teach people how to get from Facebook and Instagram over here to Twitch. Once we did that, when the people who were here, we wanted to then show streamers, learn from them. How can we all stream better? We wanted to show the viewers how can their viewing experience be better. Then we continued to progress through that. We made a guide, we made a mod guide. Then we started having guest speakers. And now it's primarily just like guest speakers coming on, talking to us about Twitch, what they've learned, what they would do differently, advice they have for people who are still on the fence about streaming. And we pretty much are focused on like the music DJing streamers because we have such a small community. We have to learn together because we have a lot of room to catch up. And that's the goal. So now it's kind of primarily like interviews. I'll do different updates with like Twitch news in the beginning. Yesterday we did a review on how to use your bot, like do shout outs, set up commands. Maybe the next few weeks I'll show how to really activate your stream deck to add in sound effects and things like that. So it's a mixture of interviews, education, so people keep going back and learning.
I like that. Plus you can clip those, put them on YouTube like you said, or even your Instagram story, and just I mean, it's really no secret. I mean, we do really cool stuff with our stream decks and our chat bots and stuff. Like I have my whole house set up that like right now, there you go. It's all going to trigger different lights and stuff. And
I like it.
Mine's broke at the moment.
I love the nerdy end of stuff like this.
Yeah, he's like the tech guy on the show, and I'm like the content guy. So like, I figure out the content out, and he's like doing all the code to figure all this stuff out for us. So like we want our show to be the most like interactive show out there.
Python code for all this. So.
Yeah, that's smart, but that's the whole thing. Like we're just learning on the fly. If you go back to when you first started, and compare to how you are now, like look how much you've learned in such a quick period of time. And then we kind of just use Twitch U for inspiration because we have some ups and downs. A lot of people go through like emotional things as they're trying to achieve certain goals, whether it be numbers or partners. So it's good to see that we're not in this alone. It's good to learn from people just to keep going because this is tough. This is a different beast, and it's very humbling.
It really is. And you know, the amount of stuff that I learn on a weekly basis here on Twitch, different, like, okay, right now at the bottom of our screen, you see where it says SYSS bot. That's our bot channel.
Mm-hmm.
That said Stream Elements last week. That's brand new to our channel, you know, that kind of stuff. And I use Stream Elements with the OBS plugin and made it all work. But
nice.
I wouldn't have known that without watching another channel and have like just DM them. Hey, how did you do this? And they're like, oh, hey, I did this. Here's the YouTube video for it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's how I learned it. I saw another channel do it, and
that's cool. Another thing we have at Twitch U is we have like this segment called What's Your Setup? And actually I'd encourage both of you to take a quick 1 to 3 minute video of your streaming setup and send it in so I can feature you both.
Oh, for sure. I would love to.
Yeah, and we just highlight different streamers' setups, whether it be their turntables, mixer, camera, monitor, how they operate, and it's fascinating. So we've done a bunch of those. There's actually a really long hour-long YouTube video with them all curated, and now we started the second kind of season of that, and that's cool. Yesterday we looked at
and you know what's cool is that seasons like 1 and 2, let's say, won't be the same because technology is advancing and new cameras and new mics and different things are coming out.
Yes.
So it's just completely different. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just trying to learn, apply what we learn, keep growing, try new things out. It's okay to take risks. For example, what's up, Kat Hepburn? Good to see you. I discovered OBS Ninja, and I think I was on maybe Neil Jackson's channel. And so what I did is I went onto OBS Ninja, the creator's Discord, was talking to him. We got him to come on Twitch U to talk about his software, which is fascinating. He was a pretty low-key guy, pretty chill, but he talked about it. Then we use OBS Ninja for Twitch Squares. So we can't use StreamYard. Cool. Like I'll use StreamYard for most of my interview and most of the game shows, but because we have 12 people on screen, you can't use StreamYard. You can't,
correct.
So we have to use OBS Ninja and work it out. And I use Flowtron. So Flowtron's an amazing streamer here. He handles all the tech for me. So I definitely have help. But the Twitch Squares thing, that was a big learning. And so far, so good. We have lots of fun on it. And it's wild.
Is it like, I've caught one episode. It might have been like the second episode you've ever done, honestly. But you know, everybody talking over everybody. Do you have control over all that?
You do. You can mute people and all that, and it's really my responsibility as the host to kind of wrangle the cats, make sure we stay focused. But you do want a little bit of banter because that's the funny part. That's when people kind of get all crazy and laugh. So we do that. We kind of then steer them back into the video to the game and make sure we have a winner, a loser. It's just like Hollywood Squares, but with Twitch streamers. So it's like our family. It's funny. It's
That's
wild.
great.
Yeah. It's cool.
Dude, if you guys seriously aren't following the Amani Experience, it's right there. Amani Experience, twitch.tv/Amani Experience is how you get his channel.
Yeah.
Follow him. He does. Man, I didn't realize
variety
you
of different
did all
shows.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on every show.
Right. Well, and then I
I mean-
DJ Sunday nights and sometimes pop-ups, but the shows just kind of is good for diversity, keeps people engaged. So I love that. Yeah, that's what I do. We can talk about
Also-
sports too. Go ahead.
Also, I mean, one thing that I've noticed a lot of DJs here on Twitch are doing, some of them are steering a little bit away from actually streaming music and then doing more other variety type stuff to keep their, like you said, keep their footprint out there. And more power to them. You know, I'll support you. You guys have supported us throughout the whole pandemic time. We'll support you guys. You know, that's the way this works. So
I think that's a wise strategy because eventually people will probably get bored of just seeing us do DJ sets over and over and over again. So they want to come back and see something new and fresh and diverse. So you can always DJ, but try to add different elements to it, do different things. And because even as the world opens up, you still have your Twitch audience that you've grown. So why not use that and just engage them? Don't just leave them after you've taken so many months to grow them. So I'm a fan of that. Anyone that tries different content, whether it be talk shows, game shows, in real life streaming, when they're following you around the city, I'm a fan for it because this is kind of the future. This is live interactive TV, and we're kind of at the beginning of it. So think about like us at the beginning of like YouTube.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy thinking about.
We're older than YouTube. We're older than Google.
Yes.
Crazy.
So
So,
Jim Griffith says that they wish they'd bring back Hollywood Squares. Well, check out our
Yes.
Amani Experience, man.
Come on.
It's
Stop by July 21st. We have spicy squares. So Twitch squares, Hollywood
Ooh.
squares, but it's
Ooh.
spicy. So it'll be topics more focused on loving and everything involved with loving.
nice.
spicy. Put your headphones in for that episode, please. Put your headphones in.
Yes.
Awesome. So, growing up in DC, are you more of like I guess Washington DC fan, or since you're in LA now, do you like LA teams, or what's your like team affiliates?
Okay, so Washington football team, Washington Bullets or Wizards, Washington Caps, Baltimore Orioles,
Ooh,
University of Maryland Terps, DC United, Liverpool. Those are my favorite sports teams.
interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so
So
grew up-
you haven't changed. You haven't moved to like any LA teams.
no, I have to stay loyal. No, I've spent too long waiting for certain teams to get better that I can't. I've invested too much time.
Yeah, I mean the Nationals just got like we're Cubs fans, so like you took Schwarber from us, so I'm just very sad about that at the moment.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
yes,
but
you did.
that's like the Nationals, and I don't pay attention. I like the Orioles. The Orioles are terrible.
Oh, that's
now.
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I was happy for the city when the Nationals won, and the Caps. I also root for the Caps.
Caps
too.
won.
I
Yeah,
was
the
happy.
Caps
So
just won like 2 years ago.
a
Whatever.
couple years ago, so that was good for
Yeah.
the city. So yeah. So yeah, DC fan. I'm there.
That's crazy. And you
You
said
see-
you DJ'd for Zach Ertz and stuff. That's crazy. Like, who did you meet anyone else cool? Like, did you meet Nick Foles? Was he at the
Nick Foles was there.
That's
Sam
cool.
Bradford was there. The coach
Wow.
was not there. Doug Peterson
wow.
was not there.
Interesting.
Who else was there? It was my guy. My guy came out there. It was one of his receivers was at the DJ booth a lot too.
DJ Damien Chicago, thank you for the follow. Appreciate
yes,
it, homie.
I forget
You
the
killed it this
receiver.
morning, by the way. Killed it.
Yeah. So yeah, those are some people I met there. There was one young lady I wanted to meet from the women's soccer team, but she wasn't at the wedding there, so I was disappointed. But some cool people were there. It was fun.
That's really cool.
Are you into the All-Star game at all? Or any of the
So,
All-Star festivities?
I know that Trey Mancini from the Orioles was in the home run derby. I don't think he won.
He did
but,
not, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. But like baseball, I kind of wait till later in the season to follow. And if the Orioles are good, I'll pay attention. But just kind of how you were saying before, like the Bulls aren't in the playoffs, so I haven't really watched a game yet. I mean, the Wizards were in the playoffs and they lost in the first round to Philly, so I might have kept up with them. But it's hard if your team's not in it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
super hard. Like especially now for like Chicago, like a lot of our teams are just like bad. Except like the
Yeah.
White Sox. Like I guess they're okay, but we're not Sox fans.
Yeah.
Financially we are, but like not like
Financially, we are. We both
Yeah.
bet them to win.
so we're
Yeah.
invested at the moment. But that's about it. That's the only reason why we're like
Yeah.
financially invested at the moment.
So
but yeah.
Richie told me about what Jim Griffith actually just commented earlier. What was it yesterday? I think you said something.
Oh yeah,
Richie,
that's right.
about them changing their logo and name in
Mhm.
early 22.
Yeah.
What do you think the name is going to be? They haven't announced anything, have they?
They haven't. They have ruled out Warriors. They did rule out that one. That was one of the most popular ones that was requested, but they ruled that out. So Red Wolves is a possibility. I think that they're probably going to stay away from using the word red, if I recall correctly, just because they're trying to get so far away from
Who they
Redskins
were.
and like
Yeah.
the challenge with American Indians. So I don't know. Like,
I'm surprised the Warriors lost. I mean, that pays homage to that culture.
well, see, that's interesting because where you say it pays homage, there are other groups that say it doesn't. And I guess they did a lot of like
Really?
focus groups, and so
Huh. Okay.
the feedback wasn't as positive as they anticipated. So I know some people are talking about like, it's really a shame that the best team name we have for DC is actually the D League basketball team, Washington DC Go-Go. That's like a name for like the city that really goes well, but the rest of them, I don't know. Like it might have to be like Armada, something military based, or I'm not sure what it will be, but it's going to be
The
interesting to watch.
Washington
I don't know. Like
Armani Experience.
Pentagon. I don't know. Dude.
they could just make it Washington football team and keep it like that, but they want to get a mascot and like a logo or whatever. So it's an interesting case study in marketing and how they're doing it. So we'll see.
It is crazy.
Mhm.
It is crazy how like the timeline of everything. It's been a while since they, first said, "Hey, we're going to change the name." It's been at least 3 years, maybe 3 seasons.
No, this was the first season, and really when it came to a head was right around George Floyd in June of last year,
Yeah,
and that kind of accelerated everything. And they said, okay, no more. We're going to be the Washington football team for this next year while we reevaluate a new logo. And they've been going for it and kind of doing the research now. I like Red Tails. I see what you said, Jim Griffin. I think that'd be good. That's kind of a homage to the black fighter pilots from, I think it's World War II. So, but I think that name, the Red, we'll see. That's the one I like. Red Tails would be a good one there. But
the reason why I say like it's been a couple years, I know South Park did an episode on them, and like, I mean, that was like 3-4 years ago they did that. So
yeah. And South Park, like they continuously eviscerate our owner, which is good because we're not a fan of the owner. He's not a good person.
Not good. Dan
He's not a
Schneider,
good
not
person.
good.
Yeah. So yeah,
Richie, you got a fan in the chat.
Yes,
We're DJ
Italy.
Damien Chicago.
Shout out Italy.
Italy. I was rooting for England. I cannot lie, but they did not make their
It was such a
PKs.
tragedy. Like
Yeah.
they lost at home. Like it was pretty.
They did, but if you look at the game, like
Yeah.
Italy dominated. They were more aggressive. England was fortunate that I forget his name, but number 14 went out with that injury because he was just they couldn't handle him. I forget his name, number 14 that went out with that injury. And then England, for the most of the game, they were passive. They scored early, 3 minutes
Yeah,
in.
like 3 minutes in. Yeah, and
They were
then after
passive
that,
and-
it was just like nothing.
Yeah, they stopped attacking. And so Italy, they came back, they continued to press, and they got it.
Bases juice, bottom of the 9th right now.
Ooh, in the All-Star game.
Yeah, I've got it.
What's going on with
It's-
our basketball game?
Which one?
Richie? Is that live right now?
Which one?
Milwaukee
Oh.
and Phoenix.
They
Is it?
which one?
Or is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The
Wow.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think
Phoenix
that was
Suns
live.
tomorrow.
Okay.
USA basketball just won their first game. They won, I think, 108 to 90 something. So that's
Who,
good.
Australia or
Let me check. Hold on. It was against Argentina. 108-80.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so-
lost against Nigeria like a couple days ago, and then I forgot the other team they lost against, but it was not
Australia.
looking good.
I think they lost Australia.
I feel it too, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love sports, so
You
I
guess
just,
who's up right now to bat? Bases loaded again.
Kobe, not Kobe. Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant.
Sorry.
Chris Bryant, not Kobe Bryant. Chris Bryant.
Oh wow. But they're down by 3, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down by 3. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 9, 2 outs.
Eighth. Bottom to eighth. Bottom to eighth.
Bottom of the 8th. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm reading
Yeah.
a real tiny
So
screen.
I know I'm a video gamer. Are you two gamers as well?
He is more than I am.
Yeah, I play sports games, so I'm not really like a video gamer like those shooting games. I'm really bad at
Switch.
those.
Nintendo. That's all.
Well,
I
you play
got.
more than me, Jimbo. Like you
I
literally
do
play
play
like
more than
you play Mario Kart with everyone. You play Among Us. So you,
And
I think you're more
PlayStation.
gamer than I am. We'll
That's
debate
cool.
that.
I do MLB The Show, so I like
Oh,
that
that's a good game.
lot. Yeah.
Darn it! He caught it. Diving catch.
Yeah.
I play
End
like
of the-
NBA 2K
end of
and
the
I play
eighth.
Madden when it comes out. Then like whenever the new Madden
Yeah.
comes out. Yeah, I'm more of like a football, basketball type of sports guy. Sometimes FIFA, depending.
I used to.
Richie, you got to start streaming Madden because I know Jim Griffith on here would love for you to start streaming.
totally.
More Madden.
When the new man comes out, I'll start playing that. I think it comes out soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's usually August launch. I used to be really big into Madden, PS2, PS3 tournaments, everything. Then I kind of stopped because the game got to be too
There's
too many,
so many controls. It's
too many-
wild.
too many exploits, and it was just really challenging. But yeah,
It's super challenging. I feel like I'm like, how do you do this now? It's like it's weird. I like it when it was like really simple, like X was to like like spin or whatever. You know what I mean? It was like simple. Now it's like use a joystick to spin. It's like
Okay.
it's too hard.
You know what screws me up every time? So I go from playing Switch to like PlayStation sometimes, and the button pads are like reversed, where like the A key is on here
Oh.
is the circle key instead of the X key. So it literally screws me up every time. I'm like at one point I looked at my brother and I'm like, why isn't the game loading on the PlayStation? It keeps like going back to the previous screen. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button.
that's funny.
That's crazy. I wish they had a universal like controller that did like the X screen. Like that'd be perfect because that make your life easier at least.
For sure, for
Patent
sure.
pending. Patent pending.
And pending right? The universal remote.
A universal remote for the
So we
Does
can play all
everything.
games.
It turns your TV on. It does everything. You just have one remote for everything. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
Awesome.
Are you gonna stream like sports or anything or like gaming on your channel at all?
Not yet.
If-
Because I play like a MLB The Show league, and so we have to broadcast it to YouTube so I could pick it up on YouTube. So I haven't thought about that, but maybe as I get more into it, because they have like Diamond Dynasty and things like that. But I kind of like when I play my video games just to kind of unwind and give myself some space for the day. So that's kind of what I like it. But streaming, I'll stick to like the game shows and DJing and interviews for now. But we never know in the future.
Yeah. I mean, who knows if it's like a Friday night, you got nothing else to do and nobody else is around. You click the game on, plug it into your computer, and
Boom. Here we go.
bam, you know?
Awesome. You got anything else, Jimbo?
No, man. I honestly really, really appreciate you coming on. taking
Yeah,
your
thank you
time
so
out of your
much.
day.
Of course. Yeah. Always happy to
That's super fun.
support. Anyone who's streaming knows how much work it is. So I'm here to support and offer any advice or wisdom that I have or learn from you also.
If anyone in the chat had any questions, I guess we can, if you want to type them, you can ask them any questions right now. And then
Yeah.
if not, just let us know.
Yeah. Throw them in the chat.
Yeah.
Just make sure you guys hit that follow button. How many followers are you at? Are you doing well on here?
I think I'm almost to 3,800, I want to say. 3,800.
Wow.
So, just growing since I started. And like,
hashtag goals. I love it.
Well,
I
just
know,
take-
right?
just take it slow. As long as you're doing what you're doing. Like I know for a while, I got
Thank
caught
you
up
for
in
that
the
follow,
numbers.
by the way. I can
course.
actually say it to your face. Thank you
Yes,
for the follow.
yes. I know for a while I got like caught up in the numbers, like chasing partner, and that kind of lessened how much I was enjoying it. So I'm really focused on just enjoying each stream as it is, and just focusing less on kind of because a lot of people have the path to partner and things like that. I'm just trying to focus on enjoying each stream, having fun, learning and growing, and let the growth happen organically. But I have to focus on it because otherwise I'll slip up, and so it's definitely takes work for me.
That's awesome. We do have a question, Richie.
Yeah, I know. I see
Ryan
it.
wants to know if we could take a shot, please.
Yes, I'll do one just for Ryan. So I have a very special.
I'm not taking
one
shots tonight.
for,
I haven't eaten
Studious.
dinner yet.
This was from when he came by. So
Oh, okay. Leftover booze. I love it.
not good.
Yep, can't do that. It's a school night. Can't do that.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. I feel like I have to for everyone. So
And I'll trigger my lights for you
because my lights don't go off.
yeah.
Cheers,
Richie's-
everyone.
Cheers.
Richie's Raspberry Pi broke early this morning, so
Oh,
I'll fix that.
All right.
We have
It's so
controllers
sweet.
controlling everything.
I don't even like Fireball.
I would love to actually kind of like explain how I set everything up with the lights and stuff like that, but I just don't even know where to start because it's like an ongoing project. I keep adding crap,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe I'll do something, similar of like you said, like a 5-minute video of a quick how to.
Yeah.
or
And you can
something.
even divide up in 2 or 3 segments. You don't have to do it all at once.
Make
Just
it
let me
like a
fill out the whole
TikTok
thing
where
and
it's
just
like part
let me
3,
cut it up.
part
Yeah.
4. Okay, Richie, you're my video editor. I mean, I've been learning a lot from video editing, but it's difficult. It takes a lot of freaking time out of our day.
No, I know. That's the hard part about I try streaming live because you really don't have to I guess cut it up and distribute it. You could just really distribute it if you want to right afterwards. But for clips and stuff, that's the hard part. Searching through everything and clipping it and for other social medias.
So usually what we'll do is after our show, Richie will download it into a shared folder on a server that we share.
Okay.
And then I'll rewatch or re-listen to the show, and I'll be like, "Oh, that was funny. All right, pause. What time was that?" And I'll put it into a clipboard, like a notepad of just times, and okay, between this and this is what we talked about. And then Richie then can just scrub through real quick. But Richie, we can't do that right now because our networks are messed up.
I know, right?
Are you using Premiere to do the editing?
Yeah, I use Premiere. Yes,
Nice.
Premiere
I
Pro.
am.
Nice.
Is that what you're using, Richie? I thought you switched.
No, I'm going to this month. I'm switching over to what's the Apple one? Final Cut Pro.
Oh, Final Cut. Yeah, I've just started using Premiere Pro over pandemic, and I've gotten so much better. And I'm not nearly a heavy user, but I can at least fade in, fade out, cut, transitions. That's it. But it's very valuable. I was trying to use that instead of iMovie, so I've kind of graduated, and then I can keep getting involved with Premiere Pro.
Yeah, I just don't like to pay monthly for it. So I just want Final Cut Pro. It's $300, just one shot instead of $60. I pay $60 a month for everything.
Oh,
so
I got lucky. Work pays for mine.
Yeah,
It's part
lucky.
of a Photoshop package.
Same here.
Now here's the thing is I suck at it. I don't use it that much I'm a pro at Photoshop. Blow everybody's socks off. But when it comes to I almost said Final Cut, Premiere Pro, I'll be like, "Hey Richie, how do you do this?" And then what Richie was doing at the beginning is he was just sending me YouTube videos of how to do it. I'm like, why am I even asking Richie? I'll just YouTube it.
Right.
Because it's hard for me to explain. I just have someone else explain for me because I'm not good at explaining it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, click that little thing over there. Where's over there?
Yeah.
there's a lot of buttons on there, so it gets intimidating, honestly. So
Baby steps helps all the time.
yeah, definitely.
Dude, thank you to all the new followers that followed us during the stream, all the old followers, all the young followers, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I think Are you frozen?
It's a little bit
I'm not
frozen. A little bit. Bandwidth issues happen all the time.
Yeah,
Am I frozen?
you were a little bit. Yeah, it was a little slow on your end.
I'm streaming the game, so anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny. It cuts out right at the end of an interview. So, but dude, you guys have to follow this guy. I'm looking for that comment again. It's somewhere in here. Amani Experience. Follow him here on Twitch. I've said it 18 times.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Thanks for having me, you all. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right,
for coming on.
Of course, anytime. I'll see you all on these Twitch streets and just keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right.
We'll catch you next show.
All right, cool.
Definitely.
Take care. Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific for the Twitch dating game. That's my next stream.
Spicy.
All right, take care.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.